mat routine and adding in a few extra intermediate moves to the routine. We're going to go ahead and start with our feet flat on the mat. Grab behind your knees, elbows wide, sit up straight. Go ahead and tuck your ribs in. Draw your belly button to your spine now. Drop your sacrum to the mat first as you articulate down. Elbows wide, biceps helping you down. Go ahead and walk your feet in. You're going to be close enough to where you're comfortable, but not close enough to where your hip flexors automatically take over. You go about 6 to 12 inches for your heels to be further from your glutes. Let's go ahead and start with our arms platform by our sides. Let's go ahead and check in. Is the base of your skull on the mat? Your shoulder blades wide and flat. Your ribs are all on. You have a slight curve or lift between your lower back, between your ribs and your sacrum, which should be flat. Your sacrum is a triangular area between your pelvis and your two hips. Exhale. Go ahead and bring your ribs closer together. They should come together on your exhale as if you're wearing a corset, but nothing on the back side of your body should change that we just went over. Just going to take another inhale. Exhale, bringing your ribs together, activating your lower abdominals, dropping that area between your hips down to your spine. We're going to begin with articulated marching. We're going to take our left foot, roll up through the ball of the foot, over the toes, lift your leg. On the exhale, up to a tabletop position, 90-degree angle from the calf to the thigh, a 90-degree angle from the thigh to the body. Go ahead and release it back down. Articulate your foot back down, toe, ball of foot, heel. Take your right foot, heel, ball of foot, toe. Use the exhale to drop your lower abdominals and assist you in moving your leg up with just your abdominals. Bring your foot back down on the inhale, articulating toe, ball of foot, heel. Let's roll up through the left foot, and go ahead and drop. You may put your hands on your hips to make sure that your sacrum is staying heavy and stable, not rocking as you lift one leg. Here's your third one on the left. Inhale back down. If you feel as if your shoulders are rounding forward, go ahead and take your pumps and float them up to the ceiling. If this is not facilitating the openness in your collarbone and front of your body that you would like, go ahead and take your arms into a T with your palms up to the ceiling. But don't allow your ribs to flare if you do this. Now, stopping right there, we're going to take our left foot up to tabletop, our right foot up to tabletop. Go ahead and make sure that you're in your neutral spine position. We're going to do toe dips. We're going to dip our left foot down, inhaling as we bring our foot down, and exhaling. So bring our foot back up. Inhale your right foot, and exhale back up. Left foot. You may leave your arms to the T position if you like. Right. We're going to do 2 more in tabletop, and for those of you who would like to move on, we're going to do a challenge with the toe dip where we hook our legs and increase the load of our legs on our body, trying to remain stable, not rotate out of our neutral spine, and not rocking back and forth on our sacrum. So if you'd like to move on, go ahead and extend your legs slightly, somewhere between a straight leg and the tabletop leg. Go ahead and dip your left toe and exhale it back up. And your right toe. And dropping your belly on the exhale. Inhale and to the left. Inhale. 2 more on each side. If you feel that your sacrum is rocking, but you'd like to continue with the challenge, go ahead and bring your hook back in slightly and see if you can maintain your stable sacrum from that position. And then once you can, extend it out for the next one. Go ahead and plant your left foot on the mat and then your right foot. Go ahead and shake out your legs from side to side, lifting your hip off to the side that you're rocking away from. Squeeze your legs together, feet flat on the mat. Take your heels, extend them by 3 inches further away from your glutes so we can take our hip flexors out of this. Arms up to the ceiling. We're going to do curl-ups. Arms parallel, palms facing away from you. Inhale, nod your chin to your chest. Curl up over your sacrum, over your sternum. Bring your hands down to your hips, palms down. Go ahead and exhale back. Make sure that you're not losing the curve in your lower back. One more. Wide collarbones, still rounded. Come back. Bring your arms out to a V. Spiral up slightly to your pinky edge to bring more emphasis onto your lats to engage those. We're going to inhale up. Bringing your pinky blade edge to your hips first. Exhale down. Still squeezing our legs together. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Drop your belly button to your spine. You should feel hollowness to your lower abdominals on the exhale. When you come out to the T, palms are facing up to the ceiling. Hover your arms slightly off the mat, but still pull your shoulder blades down. Inhale, curl up. Pinky blade edge to your hips first. Shake out your neck. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Exhale down. Arms back up to the ceiling in a parallel position. Lift your left leg and your right. Check on your neutral spine. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to curl up with your legs in tabletop. Articulate your spine back down. Come back down. On this next curl up, stay there. Extend your legs to your working level that you prefer. We're going to the hundreds from here. We're going to inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Inhale. Leaving your right leg where it is. Bring your left foot down to the mat, not moving your body. Bring your left foot back up. Bring your right foot down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your right foot up for your final set of 10. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop right there. Come a little deeper. Bring your knees into tabletop. Hands to the ceiling. Rest your head, neck, and shoulder. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. And rock from side to side. We're going to extend our hands over our head. Our legs are going to be squeezed together for roll up. We're going to place our feet back in that position that we were just in for curl ups, where our hips would be 3 inches further out than what we would normally place them at. We're going to inhale, bringing our hands up over our head without momentum, nodding our chin to our chest. Grab behind your knees, elbows wide, still in your C-shaped curve. Exhale, straighten your legs, folding over flat. Inhale, coming back, bend your knees, grabbing your elbows wide, shoulders down your back. C-shaped curve. Rest your sacrum on the mat first, and exhale your arms over your head. We're going to do the modified roll-up one more time, and then we're going to move into the full roll-up. For those of you who would like to continue with the modified roll-up, you're more than welcome to. Inhale, chin to chest. Grab behind your knees. Exhale to fold over your legs. Straighten them on the mat. Inhale, coming back in your C-shaped curve. Bending your feet, grabbing behind your legs. Rest your sacrum on the mat before you go down the rest of the way. When we roll up this time, do not use momentum to pull yourself up. Drop your belly button back to your spine. Exhale over your feet. Inhale back in your C-shaped curve as if someone has a belt around your midsection and they're pulling you back. And you're resisting by pulling forward with your fingertips. Energy out of your fingertips. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. When you nod your chin to your chest, it's as if you're holding a piece of fruit or an egg under your chin. You want to
pull a piece of fruit or egg snugly, but you don't want to hold it so snugly that you smush it or crack your egg, but you don't want to hold it so loosely that it rolls away. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale to fold over your legs for a nice stretch. Inhale to pull back. Exhale the rest of the way down. Inhale, nodding your chin to your chest. Use momentum like I just did. Fold over. Inhale back. Exhale your arms over your head. Platform your arms by your side. Bring your right knee into tabletop. Lift it up to the ceiling. On the single leg stretch, you may be parallel or turned out. Turning out by rotating your femur bone in your hip socket. Whatever you do, please do the same thing on both feet on both sides. For example, if I want to be parallel here, then my mat foot and my top foot are going to be parallel. But if I want to be turned out, both of my feet will be turned out. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Small circles today, coming from our abdominals, feeling our abdominals move our leg. We're going to inhale our leg across and drop our belly button to our spine and bring our leg back up. Inhale your leg across. Move your leg back up. Inhale. Inhale your leg across. The circle should be around the size of a large exercise ball. 1 more. On this next one, we're going to go ahead and check in with our neutral spine. Inhale across, exhale up. There shouldn't be any rocking in your hips. Place 2 fingers on your hips to see if you can feel any rocking. And if you do, a way to adjust this is to make your circle smaller so your hip rocking occurs less. Another way is to make your circles more of an oval. Up towards your nose, down towards your toes. But don't bring them up too far or down too low, because then your hips, your pelvis can rock the other way. 1 more. Go ahead and bring your knee into your chest. Give it a hug to release your hip flexor. Extend your right foot on the mat. Take your left foot, extend it up to the ceiling. We're going to inhale our leg across. Exhale it back up. Let's go ahead and check in with our shoulders. Your shoulder blades should be flat. Your collarbone or clavicle should be wide. Again, you can go into a T here. When you do that, please make sure you're not flaring your ribs. There is a propensity to flare your ribs when your arms come out into a T, especially when the load of your leg is swinging around. Step up at the top. We're going to inhale our leg to the outside, reversing the circles, and exhale it back across the midline of our body to bring it up to our nose. Inhale your leg to the outside, and exhale to the top. Go ahead and make sure that all your ribs are on, that you have a slight curve in your lower back between your sacrum and your ribs. Drop your belly button to the spine on the exhale, bringing your ribs in closer together so that they're not flaring. Shake out your neck for any tension. Bring your left knee into the chest to release your hip flexor. Give it a hug. We're going to plant both feet on the mat. Arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, nodding our chin to our chest. Grabbing behind our knees, roll up. We're going to scoot ourselves to the front edge of the mat. We are going to place our hands to pull our shins into the backs of our thighs, somewhere between beneath our patella or above our ankle. We are going to round over, curling up from over the sternum, rounding our shoulders in. We're going to bring our ribs to our hips, sliding them down. Drop our belly button to our spine. Hover our feet off the mat. Inhale. Exhale, contracting everything a little bit tighter, dropping our belly button further. Again, we're going to inhale. When we're looking in at our belly button, it's still as if we have the fruit or the egg under our chin. We're not crushing our chin to our chest. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Can you put a little bit more weight into your peaky blade edge of your hand on your shin so that you can create more tension underneath your arms, down your ribs for your lats? We are going to begin rolling like a ball. If you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, or neck problems, please do not roll for this. Please continue with the contractions. Otherwise, to start rolling like a ball, we're going to look in at our belly button the whole time. We're going to squeeze our glutes and inhale to go back to the tips of our shoulder blades and roll back up. Inhale back and roll up. Inhale back. Woo! Look at your belly button the whole time. If you're having some trouble with this, squeeze your heels together strongly, knees separated. Grab behind your knees, round in a C-shaped curve, still looking at your belly button. Squeeze your glutes and inhale to go back. Exhale to go up. Don't change the degree of the bend behind your knee. As you feel yourself grow more comfortable, go ahead and drop your knee to decrease the degree of bend, but don't swing your legs in the middle of rolling to test your abilities, because it's just creating momentum and it'll just help you to roll. You'll just be using the load of your legs and the momentum to roll back up as opposed to rolling in a C-shaped curve. Okay, from here, guys, we're going to go ahead and scoot back. Grab behind your knees, articulate your spine down to our mat. Bring our legs up to tabletop, arms up to the ceiling. It is time for this series of 5. Inhale here, exhale to curl up. Bring your right knee into your chest. Your left leg should extend out to your working level. We are going to keep our bent leg in tabletop so that we can maintain the integrity of our neutral spine. Left hand on the inside of your right knee, right hand on the outside of your right ankle. Inhale, exhale, and switch on the inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, in, exhale, and exhale, and exhale. If you feel it in your neck, go ahead and drop your head to the mat. You can still continue on the exercise. Make sure that on the exhale, you're dropping your belly button to your spine a little bit more strongly. We're going to bring our knees into our chest. Lift our head, neck, and shoulders. Arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, curl up, leaving your feet in tabletop. We're going to do the double leg stretch. Reach with your arms back in front of your ears, slightly in front of your ears. Reach with your toes to the opposite wall. Energy shooting out of your fingers. Energy shooting the opposite way out your toes. Drop your belly button to your spine. Exhale your arms to a T, and then bring your legs into tabletop. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to a T, and everything in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, squeeze everything. And exhale. Inhale, drop your belly button to your spine, and then move your arms. One more. Inhale. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. During ab exercise as well, if you feel any neck pain, place your head, neck, and shoulders on the mat. Moving on to scissors. If you feel any neck pain up to here, please leave your head, neck, and shoulders on the mat for this. Otherwise, we're going to curl up. Right leg to the ceiling, left leg extended. Reach up and hold your right leg and give it a little tug. And switch. Bring your leg to you. There shouldn't be any rocking up to grab your leg. Leave your hands where they need to be to grab your leg. Heavy sacrum on the mat. Elbows wide on the pole. Belly button to spine. Slide your ribs to your hips. Shake out your neck. Curl up over your sternum. One more set. Bring your knees to the tabletop. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. The double leg lower lift. Legs up to the ceiling. Head in your hands. Thumbs long down your neck. Inhale to prayer. Exhale to curl up over your sternum. we're going to drop our feet down for 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. On the inhale, we're going to exhale now. When you see your belly drop, lift your feet to the ceiling. We're going to drop 1, 2, 3. For those of you with tight hamstrings, we're going to bend our legs. 1, 2, 3. If you don't like to work in the turn-up position, parallel your legs. Squeezing your legs together, one giant leg. If you do like the turn-up position, squeeze your heels together strongly, as if you're trying to hold it on. Bring your knees into your chest. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders down. Onto the elbow to knee. Knees in tabletop. Hands behind your head, thumbs long down your neck. Exhale to curl up. Right knee into chest. Left leg extended. We're going to maintain this curl up the entire time. We're going to twist from the belly button up, bringing our left elbow to our right knee. We're going to come back through the center without losing our curl and twist to bring our right elbow to our left knee. And through the center. And right. Through the center. And left. Exhale on the twist. Don't lose your curl. Press your head into your hands so that you're not crunching your chin to your chest. Reach long with energy shooting out of your straight leg. 1 more. Bring your knees into your chest. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Go ahead and drop your feet down. Rock out from side to side with your knees. We're going to bring our hands up to the ceiling. And letting our chin to our chest. Grabbing behind our knees. Elbows wide to curl up. We're going to move on to the open leg rocker. I'm going to do this at an angle for the beginning, the open leg rocker balance challenge. We are going to come into the original position that we just did with rolling like a ball with our feet together in the center. We're going to be holding on to the tops of our ankles. Our tailbone will be tucked slightly. We're going to hover our toes off the mat. We are going to extend our right leg to straight, trying to bring it in line with our shoulder and bring your foot back down. Bring your left leg up and bring it back down. For those with tight hamstrings, grab behind your knees. Bring your right leg as straight as you can and back down. Or your left leg to tabletop or as straight as you can and bring it back down. One more time on each side. Right and down. Left extend and down. We're going to do both at the same time 3 times for those of you with tight hamstrings. We're going to hold behind our knees, extend to tabletop or as far as you can go. Line up with your shoulders. Come back down. For those of you with a little bit more flexibility, we're going to extend straight. Drawing our belly button to our spine the whole time. Making sure our ribs aren't flaring. Bringing our ribs to our hips. And back down. I'm going to come up to the front of my mat. For, open leg rocker, you may hold on behind your knees in a tabletop position if you like. Elbows wide, weight behind or more weight behind your pinky blade edge to engage your lats. Or you may come up to an open leg position where you're going to tuck our tail, inhale all the way back, and exhale up. Inhale back, and exhale up. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale. Here's 4. We're going to 8. Modification, holding behind the knees. Try to maintain your legs with the same degree of bend the whole time. Go ahead and bend your knees in, squeeze them together, scoot back slightly, hold behind your knees, and now see if you can roll down to the mat. We're going to bring our legs straight up to the ceiling. For those of you with tight hamstrings, please hook your legs. We're moving on to corkscrew. In corkscrew, our legs are going to slide against each other as we circle them around. My hips are staying stable, but my feet won't stay perfectly together.
they're going to slide against each other, so they go to one side or the other. So, let's take 2 fingertips, place them on your hip bones. We are going to be making sure that we're maintaining a neutral spinous. Exhale, draw your ribs together. We're going to inhale, our legs to the right first, down towards the end of our mat, to the left, and exhale. Dropping your belly button back towards your nose. These circles are going to be the size of our single leg circles from earlier, but the size of a large exercise ball. Drop your belly button to your spine to lift your legs back up. Two more sits. My foot is gently pointed, but my toes are not crunched over. You may flex your feet in this position. One more. Bring your knees into tabletop. Grab behind your knees. Nod your chin to your chest. Curl up, letting the weight of your feet bring you up to sitting. We're going to scoot back to move into the exercise of saw. Separate your feet hip width or slightly wider apart. You probably don't want them as wide as the mat. Plant your heels and your sits bones into the mat strongly. We're going to have our arms out to the side, palms down. We're going to twist to the left side first, and then as if someone's pulling us back by the belt around the midsection again. As we dive, we're going to flip our back hand, palm up. We're going to saw off our baby toe with our pinky edge finger. Articulate your spine back up, flipping your palm down, come through the center, over to the right. Dive down, flipping your back palm up as you dive. Stack your spine back up, come back through the center. No flaring of the ribs here. No shoulders up by the ears. Make sure that you're staying stable in your hips the whole time. You don't want any rocking. Back up. One more. Back to the center. We're going to do a side bend modification from here. So, hands behind your head, thumbs long down your neck. We are going to bend, bringing our right elbow down to our right side. We're going to squeeze our left obliques to come back up to sitting. Bend at the waist, reaching your left elbow down to the mat. Squeeze your obliques on the right side to sit back up. Keep both hips planted firmly in the mat throughout the whole exercise. You're not so much crunching on the bending side as you're growing taller out of both sides. Grow taller through the center. One more time on each side. And one more time on the left. From there, we're going to place our hands down by our side, swing our legs behind us, roll onto our stomachs. Our forehead's going to be on the mat. Our hands are going to be underneath our shoulders. We're going to be squeezing our inner thighs to bring our legs together. Our legs should rest on the mat. Draw our belly button up towards our spine. Bring our ribs together, shoulders away from our ears. And run into Swan. Inhale to articulate your spine up as far as you can go, as straight as your arms can go, without bringing your shoulders up your ears. Articulate your spine back down, feeling yourself growing taller. If you felt that in your low back, draw your belly button more firmly to your spine. If that does not work to alleviate your back pain, squeeze your legs together more tightly. If that doesn't work either, place something between above your ankles that you can squeeze. At your low calf above your ankles. And if that doesn't work, please just come up less high. Inhale, drawing yourself up to swan, not flaring your ribs. Exhale back down. One more. Inhale.
Inhale. And exhale. From here, we're going to stay in this position with our forehead down. We're going to squeeze our glutes and our thighs and the hamstrings to hover our legs off the mat with straight legs. Bring it back down. And release. One more. And release. We are going to be doing the swan dive with the arms out to a T or in second position. We're going to press up. On the exhale, we're going to release our arms out to the side, squeeze our glutes and our thighs and hamstrings to lift our legs. We rock back up. We're going to place our arms back down in swan dive. Inhale and exhale. And exhale. And exhale. One more. And exhale. Go ahead and articulate your spine back down to the mat. Place your hands on a pillow made of your two hands stacked on top of each other on your forehead. Rock out your low back. If that bothered your low back, again, draw your belly button more firmly into your spine and squeeze your legs more firmly together. From here, we're going to come up into the Sphinx position with our elbows underneath our shoulders. Pull your shoulders towards your hips. Draw your belly button up to your spine. Bring your ribs together. Pulling your elbows towards your hips should help engage your lats. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze your inner thighs. We're going to take the right leg first. Draw it towards your booty with a pointed foot. And now flex the foot and release. Lift your left leg and point, pulse. And flex, pulse. And release. Right foot, point. Flex. Release. Don't crank your neck one way or the other. Make sure that your neck is in line with your spine, not staring at the wall or looking way down at your ribs. One more set. Draw the belly button more firmly to the spine. And point, flex, release. Press back into a child's pose. Take a few breaths here. Take your left arm, thread it underneath your right arm, between your right arm and your knee. Look underneath your right arm for a tiny twist in child's pose. Come back through center. Bring your hand back to the original child's pose for one breath. Take your right hand, thread it underneath your left arm, looking out underneath your arm for a tiny twist. Go ahead and press yourself up to sitting. We're going to be moving into neck pull and then going on to shoulder bridge. So we're going to slide ourselves down slightly. We are going to separate our feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Plant our heels, plant our glutes. Bring our belly button back. Make sure we're not floating our ribs. Draw our shoulders down and back. We're going to place our hands with our middle fingers touching in the middle of our forehead. We're going to inhale and come back into a flat back position. When you feel your hip flexors start to seize up or your legs start to float, go ahead and tuck your tailbone, drop your sacrum down to the mat, articulate your spine down. Inhale our head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale and fold over our feet. From there, we're going to come up at a flat back diagonal, reaching the tip of our head, a diagonal to where the wall and the ceiling meet, and then we're going to stack our spine straight up. From there, we'll flat back. Exhale to tuck your sacrum, tailbone, articulate down to the mat. Inhale, head, neck, and shoulders. Folding over your legs. Inhale to come up at a diagonal. Don't dive your head up. Articulate your spine up into a diagonal, and then sit straight up. Inhale back and up, flat back. Exhale, sacrum flat on the mat. Articulate your spine down. Inhale. Feeling as if you're being pulled back by the belt. A C-shaped curve. inhale up to the diagonal. Sit straight up. Come into the flat back. Shake your legs out if you're feeling yourself. Grip into them a little bit like I just did. Come up at a diagonal. And sit straight up. One more. Be sure your shoulders are by your ears. Belly button to spine. Fold over your legs. And come straight up to sitting. From there, we're going to slide down slightly. Roll onto our back. Platform our arms down by our sides. Your feet should be together in one giant leg or hip width apart. We're going to inhale, planting our heels, articulating our spine up by tucking our tailbone first, dropping our belly button to our spine, bringing our ribs together, squeezing our inner thighs. We're looking for a straight line from our knees to our hips, from our hips to our underarm. Begin to articulate your spine down from there. One vertebra at a time, as if you're trying to sit on your heels. You come to a neutral spine. Inhale, tucking the pelvis, dropping your lower belly button, squeezing your inner thighs, squeezing the entire back chain of your body. Straight line from knees to hips, hips to underarm. Articulate your spine back down. On this next one, we're going to raise the leg and do some kicks. We're going to bring our left knee to tabletop. Make sure your hips are staying stable and even. We're going to lower with a flex foot, knee to knee, and point to lift. Flex to lower, point to lift. Squeeze your glutes strongly on your right side to lift your right hip. 4, 5, drop your belly button, and 6, bring your knee into tabletop. Articulate your foot back down on the mat. Squeeze both glutes, and then begin to articulate your spine down. One more set. Tie your tailbone, lift up, straight line from your knee to your hips, hips to your underarms, right knee to tabletop, up to the ceiling. Flex your right foot to bring your legs down knee to knee, and point to lift, and flex, and lift. Squeezing your left glute strongly. 3. Bring your ribs together. Press into your triceps. 1 more. Bend your knee into tabletop. Articulate your foot back down to the mat. Squeezing your inner thighs, squeezing your glutes, and then articulate your spine down. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a rock from side to side, because you deserve it. We are going to grab behind our knees, legs slightly hooked, articulate your spine up, allowing the weight of your legs to pull you up. Scoot back, squeezing your legs together. You're going to flex your toes back strongly to your face. Press your heels into the mat. Press your sit bones into the mat. Arms out to a T, slightly in front of you on your periphery. Bring your ribs in. Draw your belly button back. We're moving into spinal twist. We're going to twist to the left, growing taller. Come back to the center. Twist to the right, growing taller. Lean forward ever so slightly on your sit bones to get a nice hamstring stretch in this position as well. 2 more on each side. Don't swing your arm back to deepen your twist. Allow your arm to follow the twist of your ribs. 1 more. From here, we're going to roll over onto our left side for side lying legs. You may be right here. You can be right here. You can be right here. As long as you're lifting up the whole time, squeezing your lats, pulling your shoulder down your back. Stack your legs at a diagonal, slightly in front of you. Put some weight in your front hand. Roll slightly under your thigh meat. Lift your leg up to hip height. Point your top foot to bring it forward and flex to pull it back behind the midline for a psoas stretch. Point it forward and flex back. No rocking in the hips. If you feel any rocking in your hips, make your movement smaller. Here's 4, we're going to 10. 5. Inhale forward on 6. Belly button to spine. 7. Ribs are together, not flaring. 8. 9. And 10. We're going to stack our legs on top of each other. Turn out our feet to a Pilates feet. Heels together, toes apart, leaning forward, slightly on our thigh meet still. We're going to point to bring our foot to the ceiling. Exhale to lower. If you feel yourself dropping down when you kick up, let's make our kick smaller. Inhale up, exhale down. 5. Squeeze your inner thighs. 6. Lifting up. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Point your foot, leave it at hip height. We're going to be doing circles no larger than the size of an exercise ball. Bring your foot forward, up, turning out the whole time, and sweep it back through. Rainbow your foot over, and sweep it through. No sinking, and your side closest to the mat. Here's 4. 1 more, and 5. Bring it forward, and now reverse it. Sweep it, your leg to the back, and rainbow it forward. And 2. Lifting up, shoulder down. 3. And 4. Weight in your front. Here's 5. Stack your legs, roll over onto your side. Take your left hand, make it into a pillow. Rest your forehead on your pillow hand. Reach back with your right hand. Grab your right ankle or foot. Pull your right heel into your glute and press your right hip into the mat. Go ahead and release your foot. Come up and swing your legs around to the right side. Again, you can lie flat on your side. You can bend your elbow into a pillow, or you can come up on your elbow. No matter what, lift out of your side that's closest to the mat the whole time. If you are going to open your shoulder, pull your shoulder down your back so that your shoulder doesn't sink up to your ear. Bring your feet slightly in front of you. Adjust to where you need to be. Rocking onto your thigh meat, placing weight into your front hand. Flex your feet. Bring your foot up to hip height. Point your top foot. Inhale it forward and flex to bring it back past the midline for a psoas stretch. Inhale. We'll go to 10 on this side as well. Here's 4. And 5. Here's 6. And 7. Lift up. 8. Engage your lats. 9. No rocking. Again, if you're rocking, don't forget to make your movement smaller. Stack your feet. Turn them out to Pilates feet. Heels touching, toes apart. Roll back up onto your thigh meat. Inhale your leg up and flex to lower. Point to lift. Flex to lower. Pulling your shoulder down. 3. 4. Roll forward on your thigh meat to take the pressure out of your sciatica. 6. 7. Squeeze your inner thighs to bring your legs back together. 8. Draw your belly button in. 9. Bring your ribs together. And 10. Wide collarbones. Bring your foot up to hip height. We're going to bring your foot forward and rainbow it back for the first circle. Lifting up out of your side closest to the mat. Here's 2. Squeezing your glute. Leading with your heel. 3. We're turning out our foot by rotating our femur in the hip socket. And 5. Bring it forward, sweep your leg back. Rotate it forward, and then sweep it back. 2. Lift up. 3. Only 2 more. 4. Final 1. and 5. Bring your feet together, roll over on your side, make a pillow with your right hand, reach back with your left hand, grab your left foot or ankle, pull your left heel under your glute, press your left hip into the mat. Now I did not say this at the beginning of class, but for those of you who would like to get a yoga strap or a stretchy band, or even a long towel to do belly stretches, you can do so now. I'll reach under, grab one myself. We'll be moving into the ballet stretches. So, go ahead and take your band, lying on your back, place it on the arch of your right foot. Straighten your left foot on the mat, or bend your left leg if you need to. But please leave the leg that you are stretching as straight as possible. It doesn't matter where you get it for the leg stretch. Go ahead and pull your foot to your underarm rather than your nose. And breathe here for a moment. Again, my band is around my right foot. So I'm going to grab both bands in my left hand, bring my right hand out to a T, pull my right leg across the midline of my body, look at my right hand with my eyes, lift my right hip, but leave my ribs on for my T-band stretch. Come back up to the center. Take both bands in your right hand, bring it out slightly to the side, bring it up closer to your ear. If you feel stable in your sacrum here, feel free to start to extend your leg further down to the mat while pulling up towards your ear still. Bring your leg back up to the center. Release your foot from the band. Bend your left knee on the mat. Taking your right foot above the ankle, cross it over your left knee. Take your right hand, thread it through your bent knee to grab behind your left knee. Take your left hand, grab behind the left knee. This is a hip flexor stretch. If this feels fine to you, go ahead and you have a neutral spine. Go ahead and reach around for the front of your knee. We're trying to maintain a neutral spine and not pull up like a little ball here. The neutral spine will help you to get a deeper hip flexor stretch here. Go ahead and release. Extend your right leg on the mat. Put the band around your left arch. Go ahead and hold on with one band in each hand. Pull your foot to your underarm. Straight leg here. The straighter the better. Go ahead and take both bands in your right hand. Take your left hand out to a T. Look out at your left hand with your eyes for a slight twist. We are going to lift our left hip up off the mat, but leaving our ribs on for a T-band stretch. Breathe here. Bring your foot back up to the ceiling. Grab the bands in your left hand. Pull it out slightly to a V, no wider than your mat to begin with. Pull it up towards your ear. If this feels fine with you, you feel like you could go further, start extending your leg further to the floor, but while pulling it up towards your ear at the same time. When your hip starts to rock off, come back up and try to pull more towards your ear. Bring your foot back up to the ceiling. Release the band from your foot, taking your left leg above the ankle, place it over your right knee, thread your left hand through your bent left knee, reach for behind your right knee, take your right hand, reach for behind your right knee, and pull your knee into your chest. If this feels fine for you and you have no difficulty maintaining a neutral spine, please place your hands in front of your knee. We're trying for a flat scapula, ribs on, small curve between our ribs and our sacrum, and a flat sacrum. You're going to go ahead and release the stretch. Roll over onto our stomachs for swimming. Our arms will be extended over our head. We're still pulling our shoulder blades down to the left. We're squeezing our inner thighs together. We're tucking our tailbone, we're tucking our belly button up to our spine and bringing our ribs together. We're going to begin by floating our right hand off the mat and release, and the left, and release. One more time, right hand and release, maintaining our torso. Release. Now legs. Squeeze your glutes, hamstring inner thigh to lift your right leg, and release. Lift left, release. One more time, right, and release. Lift your left leg, and release. Now we're going to combine our right arm and our left leg. Hover your right arm, left leg, and release. Hover your left arm, right leg, and release. Right arm, left leg, release. Left arm, right leg, and release. Inhale. Exhale, draw your belly button more deeply to your spine. Hover your forehead, your arms and your legs off the mat. Now, very small, begin swimming. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Your torso should remain stable here. If you go so fast that you feel your torso start to rock, try to bring it back down. Make your movement smaller again and stabilize your torso. One more breath. Reach long and release down to the mat. I'm going to come up to standing. I'm going to stand back here so I can stay on the frame. Our heels will be under our sits bones. We're going to bend our knees. Inhale up. And exhale to float our arms back down, palms up. Inhale. And up. Exhale down. When we inhale, let's not flare our ribs. Inhale up. And exhale back down. I hope that you guys feel great after that lesson. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and I hope that everyone has a great day.